subscribe and hit that bell.
As top of the evening, the Newz by Shanewz. This is the evening edition. I'm not gonna stay on that long. I think I put out enough content for the day. Earlier when I was on this morning, he's home. And shout out to the correspondents over there in the UK for breaking down their laws, right? Because Bomac is free with a 20-month suspension. Now, when I initially heard that, and like I said, shout out to my UK correspondent for breaking that down to me, I thought he still had to do 20 months. But apparently it was broken down to me, and this drink is for you, Bomac. This is not alcohol by no means, but it's still for you.
It's some soda.
That just means that he cannot return to the UK and stay. He has to stay out of trouble for 20 months. Because I was like, damn, he got to go do 20 months. But no. So shout out to him. And, you know, like I said, the UK correspondents for breaking that down to me. And it just goes to show you about relationships. And because, you know, watching others report on this and doing my own little research, relationships played a major part in him getting, you know, this, what some would say, lenient of a sentence, right? Because I remember when this first broke, a lot of content creators were reporting that he was going to do 5 years. I know I was one on record as a stating I don't think so, because I know the legal system. When you are you have money, right? And you have rich and powerful friends. Shout out to Toby. Here is the UK correspondent that schooled me to that. The 20-month suspension, 2-year suspension means that he can't come to the UK for 2 years. I didn't know that. I thought, damn it, they're gonna let him go home, then he gotta come back in 2 years and do 20 months. That's what I assumed from how it read. But see, like I said, every jurisdiction, every country is different. But shout out to Bomac. But yeah, so I pretty much knew, right, that I didn't think he was gonna do 5 years. I knew he was gonna be all right. Because like when you have money talks, you have people in high power places. Like as you can see that the reports are coming out about this, how he had guys like Bob Arum and Frank the Love Machine. Shout out to Frank over there at the Top Ranger. These people writing letters to the judge and things of that nature. Stuff like that holds weight. And then when you also probably, like I said, Bomac probably had arguably one of the best legal teams as well. And if you know anything about the judicial system, a lot of these guys are colleagues. You know what I'm saying? They went to different law schools, Cambridge and Harvard and Yale. You know, these guys all, you know each other. They took the bar and things like that. And, you know, they go to the cigar lounge and, you know, maybe y'all can't tap in with this frequency that I'm talking about, you know, but this is how the game is played. You know, a lot of y'all, the game y'all play is jealousy and hate in the way. So probably won't understand it. But I want to just touch on this as well, sticking with, you know, the foreign news, right? Israel, man, prayers out to them right now. I did the little short video on this. It's probably over 800 now. But I want to just speak on that. Like, can you imagine that? Like, wherever you live at, right here, I'm in Brentwood, right? Wherever you live, whatever state, I'll just run off a couple of different states like Chicago, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, Dallas, Houston, California, Virginia, Maryland, chilling like this right now, and your community go under fire with missiles and stuff. That's crazy, man. That's what they are facing in Israel. He said, Shah just heard a great stat on UK TV. There's only 300 prison cells left in the UK for men, and they expect to be completely full by next week. They didn't have room for Bomac. So maybe the stars aligned for him. Man, Bomac, you got lucky. And Bomac had 2 hammers, I'm hearing, not one. Bomac was over there gripped up, man. He was over there gripped up, man. 2 hammers. 2 guns up, right? But hopefully he learned from this, and he was down for like a month, right? A little over a month. That's a long time, man. But the pictures are all out circulating. He looks very happy. Anytime you are reunited with loved ones and you're going home, it's a great feeling, But shout out to Bomac. But yeah, back to the Israel thing. That shit is crazy. Like I did my walk this morning, right after my morning news, right at the desk. And that's why I did that video, because it just really, it sunk in when I was walking around. I'm like, damn, just imagine that was over here and they bombed the rec center, or they bombed, I'm saying bomb, but you know what I mean, missile and shit, blew up the rec center, blew up, shit over here, right? 800 people, because that's what they was facing. They was getting missile bombed and stuff, man. Crazy in cities. So prayers out to them, man. Prayers are out to them. Now, I want to touch on some fake news that has been floating around. These guys love to talk about other boxing content creators that push out fake news, right? A more popular content creator has put out that Earl Spence is over in the UK training with Anthony Joshua. This could be true, it could not be true. But I personally know, and shout out to a correspondent of the source, Earl Spence is attending a kids' party in Dallas. He did not look like he was in the UK. Now, I know you guys are saying Earl Spence is a millionaire. He could have flew back for the party, this, that, and third. You're right. That's why I'm not going to give it too much light. But I just want to point that out. And it was a time, right? See how the tables have turned. I know a lot of guys, content creators / media, however you want to slice them and dice them, they follow fighters through social media. IG, TikTok, Twitter. And there would have been a time when this right here of Earl Spence, at his kid's party and niece, would have been all over social media. But you see how he has fallen from grace. And it's like, if it's not boxing activity, why are you reporting on it? But this is what a lot of you guys were doing, right? No boxing activity, stuff like this. But now that he's not really relevant, and I say that respectfully, because you can't erase what he was, but he's not, it's up to over 900 now. I'm going to get to that. So, terrible. It was at 8 this morning, and counting. The numbers is just going to continue to grow. And then they said over 900, over 100 have been kidnapped. You know? Yes, and also Blue Blood did too. Blue Blood Sports. Blue Blood Sports said it because he's seen WCS say it. But I personally know Earl Spence was at a kids' party in Texas. A rodeo party. Yeehaw! I don't have my rodeo hat around. I would throw on the rodeo hat, but I don't have it. He says, I've been watching it, Shah. Terrible. Over 900 dead now in Israel. Thoughts and prayers. Yes, man. Yes. Man, that's a lot of people, man. And counting. Man. One thing about the Middle East, right? The Mecca, the holy cities over there, like when it comes to like war and banging out, those countries over there, they do it for their God, whether it's Allah or they go all in, man. Yeah, remember the comedian, right? He used to be like, it might have been, it was one of the comedians. They used to say how like Middle Eastern dudes, they'd turn up and they'd be like, in the name of Allah, right? You know what I'm saying? That's how they'll listen. They probably still have it like this. Remember the Middle Eastern guys, they used to be born to be like kamikazes, like blow up guys. Like that was their purpose in life. You got to watch some of these documentaries. They were born, and they would say that was their God-born right to be, to do that. Like different type of, they move differently over there, man. They definitely move differently over there. But sticking with, war and shootings and things like that. Why is everybody on the internet, man? If you go on YouTube right now, right, more fake news for y'all. So many content creators are on YouTube right now with thumbnails that Puff Daddy was arrested for the Tupac shooting. And this is so false, man. But if you type that in, a whole bunch of maybe these guys are just trying to get views or something. I don't know, man. If you type that in on YouTube, on Google, a whole bunch of YouTube videos will come up promoting this fake news that his crib was raided and he got locked up. It's false. It's false. The only one in custody is Keefe D. And he's probably going to be the only one in custody. I think it's just going to start with Keefe. It's just going to start with Keefe. I know I said I was going to, continue to cover that, but it has nothing interesting has popped off on that. Nothing interesting has come from that. Smash the like button for me real quick. I got a couple y'all in here. Hopefully my likes are moving and grooving. While I wait for you guys to smash the like button. This first segment, was brought to you by The Moss, C-Moss by Shanewz.
Hey, great fight, Errol. Great fight, my nigga. Great fight, dog. Great fight. That nigga is fucked up. Damn. Hey, play the play.
Bad. I think it's gonna be bad, Toby. It's gonna be bad, man. Because you don't think they're just gonna allow this, right? Come on. That was 900 and counting. That wasn't, listen to what we're speaking on, Toby. It's gonna be bad. That wasn't 900 soldiers, Toby, we're talking about. We're not talking about 900 soldiers. We're talking about pedestrians, civilians, innocents. Probably out of that 900, how many kids and women, children do you think are in that? Because this wasn't soldiers. It wasn't like it was a battle. You feel what I'm saying, Cole? It wasn't like it was a battle between a militia and an army, or a navy, or a air force. They bombed the city, bro. Like that. I'm just using it in my terms. A city, a township. It wasn't like it was, military on military strike. So it's gonna look, Toby, it's gonna get worse. That's why I'm gonna continue to report on this as well. And like I said, sometimes to me, personally, boxing is cool, but it's boring because I'm at a stage now. I've been doing this, like reporting on boxing for so long, and the more I report on it, the more it just makes me not like a lot of people, respectfully, because I just see how fake they are. Real talk when it pertains to boxing. It's like, bro, and I call people out on this every day now because I don't like them no more. It's like, bro, you're fake. Like, get away from me with that energy. Like, how can you talk about something every day, right? You talk about something every day and you don't give it up. Like, yeah, I use my social media platforms now just to front. Like, I posted, and shout out to I have more active people in the game that repost my shit, share my stuff, shit like that. The motherfuckers that sit around and talk about it, gossip about it, probably don't go to fights, don't do nothing. That's why I said, like, I still report on boxing, but I'm chilling as of now, It's chilling, doing what I do. But appreciate that, Toe, the UK correspondent, man. And thank you for putting that down, man. Because I really thought Bomac was still going to have to go back to prison. Like, if you get a suspended sentence over here, and I'm going to use this guy, Troy Ave, right? Troy Ave had to go to jail. He had somewhat of like a suspended sentence. And that whole tax stone thing, he still went to jail. So when I heard that, I was like, damn, Bomac still got to go to jail. But I think I was watching WCS's live, and you stated it there. And then I had somebody else break that down to me. So kudos to Bo, kudos to Bo. But look, I want to play some order. Matter of fact, look, I'm at the desk. I sometimes I'll be forgetting that I'll be at the desk, right? I always be wanting to grab my phone. I could throw it right here. Yeah, everybody's in here sleeping right now, taking a nap in the lounge. You got Daffy on the bed. Hopefully Daffy doesn't break gas. Daffy likes to come in here and fart. She'll come in here. Daffy will come in here and lay an egg. That's what we call laying the egg. And then she'll bounce. And shout out to, look, I gotta say this, right? Since I'm speaking on this. Yo, you guys are weirdos, bro. Boxing fans. I did the Bomac video. You know who liked it? So-called Steven Nelson. You know who didn't like it? A lot of you boxing fans. But Steven Nelson liked it. So does that make me family with Steven Nelson and him now? I appreciate that, Steven. Appreciate that. So-called. What am I looking for? I'm looking for damn. See, when I had I'm gonna use my phone, man. See, I don't be having it set up on a Roku TV like that. I be having everything set up on my phone. I'm just so used to using the phone, man. Let me pull something up. I want y'all to hear something. I want y'all to hear something. Damn, I think a mosquito bit me. Give me a second. I have it right here. You know what else I'll be watching a lot too now? I watch a lot of like the food people. Yo, did y'all see my Uncle Perm video? Your Uncle Perm is a funny dude, man. He's a good content creator too down there in Texas. He did the R. Kelly. He had the R. Kelly. He was showing the girls the money. Yeah, Perm trip, bro. Uncle Perm is a trip. All right, here it is. I had to pull it up over here. I'm only going to play the audio, right? Because this is an actual news outlets thing. But just listen to this. Just listen to this, yo.
So boring to drive. Let's be honest. The rent-a-car industry.
Hundreds of people have been killed and thousands more injured in Gaza and Israel after Israeli authorities say Hamas militants fired rockets from Gaza into Israel. The surprise attack began at sunrise, and Israel is responding to the violence. ABC's Im Wen has the latest from Washington.
Israeli Defense Forces have declared a state of alert for war following a surprise attack carried out by Palestinian militants. The IDF says at least 2,200 rockets were fired towards Israel. Hamas claimed at least 5,000 rockets were fired, all landing in southern and central Israel. Emily Schrader says she's an Israeli American and captured this video of the aftermath.
So this is very close to where I live, and so the team is where there was a
All right, let me stop that, right? Put that into perspective. Yo, they were firing rockets. Did you just hear the reports? They were firing rockets into central and eastern Israel. She didn't say they was firing rockets into army bases or military bases, just randomly firing them. Like I was just breaking down to residential areas. Yo, that's crazy. And you see what Toby said. He hopes it's going to get worse, man. Because they got to respond to this. They have to, man. And it's, yo, they just killed. You heard the ladies report. This was an earlier report. And I told you I was going to do a whole live on this. And I was like, man, when you think about this, that shit is like crazy, bro. That shit, we are in 2023. That is like, that took me back to 9/11, but to a whole different scale. 9/11, right? Let's put 9/11 in perspective. We had the Twin Towers in Manhattan, and we had the Pentagon, right? Two spots in DC and New York. The Twin Towers, the two buildings was attacked by airplanes. A lot of people lost their lives in that. 2023, we have a country, Central Israel and what they say, Eastern Israel, Gaza, firing missiles, not airplanes, but missiles into residential cities, not military bases, cities. That's a different type of act of war. That's a different type of act, man. Like, that's just different. Yes, that's a fact, Pop. They are going to always be because it's a holy war. It's a holy war, but I don't want to get into all of that tonight. I may save that for another topic because you see what we are doing over here. We're doing big things, and I know the haters can't stand it, but good for y'all. You know, we're expanding over here. Thank you to the plugs and the people who believe in the source experience, and shout out to the ones that didn't. Shout out to the ones that tried to get in the way or, you know, don't respect stats. You know, kudos. You know, continue to do what you do. But just know you will get stepped on if you get in my way. But yes, that's just a different type of act of war. And to see that going on in 2023 is this, man, I'm telling you, I walked the community this morning, that's what I was looking at. I was just looking at the neighborhoods. I was like, yo, and you know me, I walk. I get out and move around. And I was just like, yo, now it's at 900. The numbers is going up. And I was like, man, that would be my whole block on the other side. Like, yo, that's crazy. Take that into perspective, bro. Take that into perspective. They was firing missiles. They're firing missiles, not at bases. Like, you know, in order for people to really understand it, a lot of times you gotta put it in perspective of like movies, right? Pearl Harbor, or what's the other one? Another good movie I can give y'all to make y'all understand how it had to be for those people in those regions that were coming under fire, those missiles. Like this was an all-out attack on civilians, not military, civilians, man. And you know the amount of people that lost their lives, women and children and elderly. Like I said, Toby said 900. This wasn't 900 soldiers. It wasn't 900 soldiers. It wasn't like it was 900 special elite forces. Let me go to Toby's comment. Look, now they're getting the soldiers and all that. Look, they have called up 5,000 reserve troops and got another 200,000 on standby. It's crazy, bro. When you think about that. I know y'all thought I was going to come on here and just shoot the breeze about boxing. Nah, man. Sometimes it's bigger than boxing, man. And when something like this pops off, it really puts that into perspective. You know? Like I said, get out and walk around your neighborhood right now. Right? Go to your local store. Right? Your local gas station or 7-Eleven. 7-Elevens is popular out here. Or go to like Stop and Shop, or what's another popular food chain? I was gonna say Publix. Publix is in the South, but yeah, I use Publix because I have family in the South, and I have listeners that, you know, from Texas and all Georgia and all that. Just imagine like Publix and the mall, you know, getting missiles just coming and just hitting shit. Bang, bang, bang. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So yeah, Toby, I think it's gonna get this is sadly, Toby, this is just the start. Because there's no way, right, that Israel is just letting this go unanswered. They're not. Do you think they are? Look what you just are reporting from the news that the news is saying, and thank you for that. You know, I try not to watch the news too much because I like to give the news. But when things like this are taking place, that's all you are seeing right now. Like I said, I went to the laundromat. I was in the laundromat, and that was all over the laundromat. And I live in a Brentwood is pretty much like a Latino community. And the laundromat that I go to is like a Latino laundromat. They was playing that on Telemundo in the Spanish. I still call it Telemundo. All the Spanish channels was playing that. That's what they're reporting on. The news. Not Shanewz, but their news. They're reporting on that. So that's how big this is, right? And I want to put this into a whole nother perspective, right? We just witnessed this not too long ago with the Ukraine and Russia. A little similar, but not. I think this right here is more turned up. And I'm not saying that the Ukraine invasion wasn't turned up, but the Ukraine invasion, Russia did what they did as far as marching, taking over city to city. They shot shit up, bro. They shot shit up. Like, they didn't come through there with no troops, no ground troops. They lit it up. That's a whole different type of war tactic. Pop said the mosque would kill their whole political structure for this, bro. Trust that. They said there were 6 million people in Israel and 900 dead. And that's the same ratio. There's about 60 million people in the UK. So that's like 9,000 dead if that happened in the UK. Man, say great by the correspondent again, man. It's different, man. I'm telling you, this shit, I was walking around and it had me looking at my neighborhood like that. Like, damn, that was over here, man. This whole section, that's like Regis Park, right? Shout out to Regis Park. That's where Buddy lived at. That's like the whole Regis Park section of Brentwood getting wiped out. The whole Regis Park and some. 900 people is a lot of people, man. Put that into perspective, man. How many people do you think live on your block? How many houses are on your block? Do you think 900 people live on your block? My block is big too. My block stretches from it's long. It's a long block. I don't even think it's 900 people that live on my block. Maybe give or take, a couple hundred. Because you know how like some families double houses and shit like that. But I don't think it's 900 people on my block. Right? So look, my whole block, and I told you I live on my block is long. My block damn near stretches to the Southern State Parkway from almost by what is that? 3rd Avenue, 4th Avenue. It's long, man. It's long. A long stretch. And I just said my block I know it's not 900 people on my block. So that would have been my whole block wiped out. But I said Regis Park. I try to put it in perspective. That's damn near a whole section. Crazy, man. Crazy. And that's why I'm sipping tonight, but I'm not sipping. But this is, see that frozen sea moss in there? Can y'all see that? Look. No alcohol. Matter of fact, look, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm. We make our own drinks over here. Show y'all what I'm drinking. I got the customized Shanewz, media jacket on today. Close the window. You ain't asleep. Yeah. This is my own blend right here. This is my own blend. You know what I mean? Sea moss is in here, right? This is what I'm sipping on right now. That's why I didn't show the label, because this is not that label. But look. my own juice that I make. Then I made my own fried rice tonight, right? And put Reen out. Reen is done. You know how I make fried rice? Regular white rice, right? Mixed with corned beef and hash. That's a bad remedy right there. He said, Pop, don't play, bro. They'll want revenge for that, but I'm afraid that's what seems to want to happen for some reason. Yeah, it's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get ugly. They just move by a different set of laws, bro. They move by a different set of laws, man. I don't have nothing to smack on right now. Y'all got so much Warhead candy here, man. I'm tired of Warhead's candy. There's so much Warhead candy on back here, man. It's like, enough. Enough is enough. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna hold too much of y'all time. I was binge watching on some shows, man. And that's what I like to do on days off, right? I like to just, if somebody tells me about a particular particular web series or something, I like to just, like, you know what I watched, right? But I watched that months ago. The Ozark. I was like, man, I wasn't even on point with that. I watched the whole Ozark. It was like a couple of seasons, right? I watched that for I binge watched it. I got through the whole season, the whole series, all the different seasons. But I knew nothing about it. Nothing about it. I watched my first episode. I got hooked. I watched the whole season, and I just, the Ozark. That's what I do now. That's what I'm doing now. I'm watching not the Ozark, but something else that somebody put me on to. Taking a little downtime. I might go to the gym tonight, right? I got some new hand wraps. Let me show y'all my hand wraps. Look at these hand wraps. Right? But I know I gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta climb in and out of machinery. So I was like, do I want to go to the gym and fuck around a little bit, right? Y'all see my kids be losing my hand wraps, man. Yeah, my kids be losing my hand wrap. But look, these ones right here are fire. Right? I like these. Colorful. Yeah, y'all see me on the what's the name? These are Narina's gloves. Now everybody has gloves in this house. These are Reens. See Reens gloves. This is a combat house. You know, those are Coach Reens. Oh, let me show you my. You know, I got this. This is my setup right here. This is my setup. So with my setup, I want to show y'all this. This is on the back wall over there. You know whose gloves these are? 16 ounce. I don't use these no more. See the name on there? Can y'all see the name? Chop Chop Crawley. Shout out to Chop Chop. These are Chop Chop. Chop Chop used to have gloves. Probably still does. I hung those up. Those are retired. Here is my headgear. Look, one of my headgears right here. I know y'all seen this last week. You know what I mean? It's a couple dudes that I really want to beat up on this YouTube shit. You know, just be one. You know, I just be wanting to test dudes out, man. I mean, niggas just talk a lot, man. I mean, like. They talk it, man, but you know, they talk it. But can they actually, they gotta get in there, they gotta, you know, strap it up like this, right? You know, get in there. Can they get in there and let these right here go? They gotta get in there. What can they do? You know? But yes, I'm going to wrap it up. Here's my wraps tonight. You know, about an hour and a half, I might pop out. You know, Reen is over there knocked out. All the Halloween decorating is done. Look at this. See the spider? Can y'all see the spider? But thank y'all for pulling up, man. Toad, Pop. Did I miss anybody? You know, the Newz by Shanewz. We're going to keep a close eye on the situation out there in Israel. Prayers to those people, man. Tragedy, man. Sad, man. You know, hug your babies, man. Because I know there's probably family members over there. Because you gotta be real about this, man. 900 plus people died. How many of those are children? Women and children. There's family members over there that's not going to be able to hold a loved one tonight. Hopefully y'all caught and enjoyed this sauce. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. This is the Sauce Experience. Limitless content out right now. A little bit of everything. You know, boxing, comedy, broad. You know, we are covering all bases. You know, the Newz by Shanewz. You know, and shout out to Fred. Let me read my comment that I left in Fred's thing, right? Because that's what I do. I know I comment on people's stuff, right? I left Fred a great comment on a video. You know, that's what I do, man. When I'm up, right? Hopefully he didn't erase my comment. Yes. I told the brother, I said, I don't always agree and like your message in your videos, but this sounds like the Source experience. What I built, media, marketing, management. This is the Source experience. The Newz by Shanewz. But hey, what do I know? God's plan. Yes, God's plan. And I'm going to close on that, man. Because many years ago, look, I'll open this up. You see the name on this? Look, I no longer rock that, but I have I built the empire on the low, bro. I built a lot. You see what that says? These are some of the original merchandise, right? I've been doing this a long time. There he is. What he said? Shout out to Tab Farm. He said, there he is. Jack and Fitness, they've been rocking for a long time. Yeah, I've been rocking for a long time. And I think when you rock for a long time, and you do your thing for a long time, a lot of people tend to forget that, or they just think it's easy to do. And then when they figure out that it's a lot harder than what you make it look, when they can't give it up, not only can they not give it up, they get exposed. But it is what it is, man. We're gonna keep praying and keeping God first, and keep giving you the Newz by Shanewz, man. So yes, once again, man, prayers out to Israel and the good people over there, the innocent people. That's what like I said, I gotta keep stressing that, man. It's one thing when you sign up to defend your country as an army, a militia, or a military person. But when you are a innocent civilian citizen and to come under fire like that, it's different, man. It's different. Yes, man. Hold on. So let me let your comment rock out, man. That's a powerful comment, man. Innocent people, man. Our hearts, our prayers, and our thoughts go over there to them. I worked with a guy, Dave, man. He was he's an Israeli citizen. He has dual citizenship. Older guy. I might give him a text after I shut this down. I was hesitant to, because I'm like, man, I don't want to text him. And some of the reasons that got hit up, his family's over. Because that's like, man, when you think about these things, it's different, bro. It's just different, man. It's just different. But this comment right here from Toby just really made me think about that, man. Yeah, this comment. Yeah, you're right, Toby. Hey, what do we know, right? What do we know, man? But I think I will give him a text. My guy Bushy. That's what we used to call him, Bushy. Because his last name is it's Bushy, Dave Bushy. Good guy, man. Yo, listen, he was like one of the illest dudes. He was like a master carpenter. He could build anything. I know when I was in the process of before COVID hit, right? We was gonna get our own gym. This is before COVID hit. Dave was still working with us. He had got injured and went out on full disability. But I remember we was looking at a storage unit. But that's what most gyms are. storage unit. So we was gonna get the storage unit, and he was gonna build the ring for us. He was gonna build a ring for us about 3-4 years ago before COVID hit. And COVID fucked everything up. We never rented the spot or none of that. But we was gonna, I would have had the gym rocking and rolling. See, that's what I try to tell you guys. There's so many layers to the book of sauce that you don't even know, man. You just get on this internet shit and just try to hate on me for being what you think a YouTuber. But hey, what do I know? The Newz by Shanewz. Let's close with the lovely, some eye candy. You know, I gotta get some more drops, man. I need some more drops like this, but I want it from the women now, man. All I want is
Top Rank Knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.